Hey y'all, Amanda popping in editing, just to let you know that unfortunately the editing on this one got a little bit weird. I am sorry about that. A little bit of a flash warning because it jumps around a little bit more due to the nature of how I built it, and there's a little bit of funkiness going on with some screen tearing and stuff. I really do apologize, but I don't know what to do because I can't re-record the footage. So I hope you enjoy, and if you have to skip this one, you're still loved. Know I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello guys and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we're going to be building my first ever really attempt with the new pack of a craftsman style build. This build almost killed me, I'm not going to lie to you. This build simultaneously put me into a building slump and pulled me back out of it. It was one of those builds that just fought the entire way until it found its voice, and it is not what I set out to build at all. The idea behind it was that there was a new family moving in with two young boys. They moved into an older home with good bones and they're trying to fix it up. I know, that's a story I do always. But I like that because that's kind of where I'm at in my real life. And that's kind of what I look for, like when we were looking for a house or when I'm looking for a place to stay and or live. I love good bones that I can make what I want. That being said, this build kind of killed me because I had an idea for what I wanted the house to look like in my head and it did not come out that way. But I think it's cute, and you can tell, I think personally in this video, the moment it goes from I hate this build and I just want to finish it because sunk cost fallacy to oh wait, I think this build can come out kind of cool. The thing I really like about this build is I really kind of leaned into the idea of like this family is mid-reno, but they're like realistically renoing, right? Like you're not walking into this beautiful, crisp Victorian and then you walk in and it's completely open concept, right? Like that's not really what we're looking at. This house is meant to look like an average family with average family funds, an average American family to clarify, is going through and trying to fix this older home that just needs some love. So like the woodwork is all salvaged and painted where it can be, but it's definitely older woodwork, which I personally love, but some people don't. The kitchen is older cabinets, but you can tell they've been painted and treated with love. The downstairs bathroom has been recently renovated and looks really nice and clean and put together because that's the bathroom all the guests see. The upstairs bathroom still looks a little bit like a 70s nightmare. That kind of thing, right? The give and the take. The parents' bedroom definitely looks like, just got married and bought a new bed set meets tried to have some style. Like that's kind of the vibe I was going for. The kids' room looks a little bit like we tried to put the kids' room together, but we were on a budget. That kind of thing. That's the vibe we're going for here. Because I like the idea of as this family grows and matures, the house will get a little bit more put together and then a little bit less put together, and then a little bit more put together again. And if we're still playing The Sims 4 10 years down the line, I may redo this house and go, wow, all of this is super dated because there's real golds and warm tones and all that stuff that goes in and out of style really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room because I can hear it coming back around, and it's probably been in the video for most of this time now. You can probably hear a lawnmower and or potentially a tractor running out my window. I am very lucky to have both a little bit of lawn and a field. And both of them are running large machinery right now in preparation for Easter and in preparation for spring plant. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Probably all of my videos are going to have that here in the coming future. There's no place in this house where you can't hear some sort of machinery running or like there's other people. And it's spring in a rural community. It's farming time, so there's tractors running. Although I will say the weird one today was there was a helicopter for quite a while. I think the local ranch lost a cow. We have so there's my little property, and then there's a couple bigger farms around me because my little property used to have a lot more land and it didn't, like the other properties bought it up before I ever owned it. And then I'm butted up against it's kind of called scrubland. It's not what it is, it's like grazing land, and a big national cow people own that. And every once in a while they come out with some fancy equipment and they're like, cows out. I'm like, that's great, go, you're welcome to go try to find your cows. I don't know. I'm not going after cows. I help my uncle with his cows, and I'm not great with cows. I'm 5 foot tall and fairly tiny. Cows do not respect me, so I don't put myself in situations where I need to be respected by a cow. In any case, I digress. My point is it's just very noisy around here, and it's funny because I don't hear it anymore usually. I just sort of live with it, but then I listen to these back and I go, oh, there was a tractor running that entire video. I digress. I really love this this den. I really wanted a den because I imagined one of the parentals had some sort of like degree in journalism and was working as a journalist. I really liked that idea for this kind of house. To me, this feels like the kind of house a writer or a journalist would own. And I liked the idea of the mom being, or the mother type figure, the maternal-esque guardian in this situation. I imagine a mom and a dad for this family, but you could really do whatever situation you wanted. In my plot, there's a mom and a dad for this one, and she's a stay-at-home mom. But she could be a famous painter and a stay-at-home mom, or she could knit her way to success, although I think Little Simsy proved that you can't actually knit your way to success in this game. But, you know, for plot purposes, I'll cheat a little bit. It's fine. I did remember halfway through this build that I put 2 chimneys on this house and only had 1 fireplace, so we put a fireplace up here in this little landing space, and I kind of liked that idea because in a lot of these craftsmans in real life, this was like attic-y area or like an all open space, and so I liked the idea that like when this house was built in like the 1940s, it was mostly the downstairs and then an attic-y area, and then like in the 70s they renovated and put the upstairs, which would explain the kind of tacky bathroom I put in. And I like the idea that they put a fireplace in the attempt to legitimize this upward space they created out of like the attic-y space. But then they put a bedroom in and they changed it, and it turned into this weird space. I think it turns into a cool reading nook. Realistically, would a fireplace make sense up there? No, but it's The Sims and I've made a plot for it, and it's my game, so I can justify kind of whatever I want, right? That's the idea. I was also really excited because I actually built a house where I could use a hutch. We have all these beautiful hutches in this game, and I literally never ever remembered to use them. And I got to use it this time, and I was really, really excited about it. This roof is so complicated, by the by. You see me probably fuss with it 90 to 100 times in this video. I think I cut most of it out. But oh my goodness, was the roof the most complicated thing? Because, like, it's a non-traditional house shape. It's crazy. So, but I can hear my voice starting to go, and I just heard the dogs all barking, which means my food probably just got here. I can't order out. We don't have Uber Eats or like any sort of Uber Eats-esque thing out here, but I have a really awesome little brother who occasionally brings me A&W, and that's what's happening right now. And I love y'all super a lot, but I also haven't eaten yet today, and I love me some A&W, so I'm gonna bail. In any case, I hope you're having a great day. I hope everything in your life is going really, really wonderful, and the start of spring is making you feel as happy as I feel. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I boil down to basically just a houseplant. If you give me light, and you give me sunshine, and you give me warmth and a little bit of food and water, I'm a very happy person. And right now, it is sunny, and I am happy. Anyways, I hope you're feeling loved. If you're not feeling loved, please know that I love you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you exist, and I mean that with all my heart. You're very, very special to me, and I'm glad you're around, and I hope you enjoy this house and that's a good fit in your build, or that you build something cooler and better and you send it to me and you show me how cool it is. In any case, I'm gonna go eat mini corn dogs and fries. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye-bye!